Hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining in. I'll be sharing my screen shortly, and we'll go through a quick, brief session. And after that, if you have any questions and answers, I'd be happy to answer. So can you confirm if you can see my screen? Okay, thanks, Crystal. So good evening, everyone. This session is just a quick FAQ session for those interested in understanding more about the membership platform by Formula Bharat. So as of this season, we have rolled it out and it is applicable to participants who wish to learn more about Formula Bharat, but also those who but those who are in teams and want to get discounts, want to get more resources as we move on further during the year. So, so the site is membership.formulabharat.com. And if you want to learn more about it, it's on, if you go to formulabharat.com/membership, you will have the quick details, including guidelines. But this site link that you see on the screen is the one that you can use to log into the platform and access whatever resources you need to. So there are two types of memberships. There is student individual, and there is a club, which is a group of individuals. Primarily, everyone would be going for the student membership, and as many student members in a particular institution can go ahead and form a club. Your team, if is a part of that institution, will fall under that club over there. So in terms of student membership benefits, student members have access to the following benefits, which are including but not limited to. So you can connect directly with other members. There are exclusive workshops available, discounts on the academy close to 15% in the paid academy workshops. So the exclusive workshops that are for student members are complimentary, but then there are academy workshops as well, which are paid, but those you have up to 15% discount on that. Then access to knowledge resources, forum discussions, and even access to the jobs portal, which is initially only for members who have a Formula Bharat event certificate. The next one is club membership benefits. So student members have access to the following benefits, which is including but not limited to. So clubs is, as I mentioned, it's when there are a group of students, student members that can go ahead and go and form a club. So clubs have exclusive, again, complimentary workshops. In the competition fees, you have discounts up to 30%. You have vendor discounts. So our vendor platform is exclusive for clubs only, and therefore the teams under the clubs definitely have access to these discounts. Then we have Alumni Connect. So depending on what club membership level you are at, you can have Connect to, we will assign you to one or more alumni mentors that will help guide your team as you go forward. And then obviously there are knowledge resources also available. So for membership details for at a student level, so students can opt for individual membership at INR 750, which is including tax per season. It starts from April 1st until of this season into March 31st. So once you you can opt in for individual membership at any time during this time, but note that this season's membership ends on March 31st. So regardless of when you join, it will end on March 31st of next year. And the registration can be done via membership.formulabharat.com. It says via PayPal, but right now we have disabled the PayPal link because it's not accepting Indian rupees. If you'd like to go ahead with other payment methods like Google Pay, NEFT, RTGS, you can directly connect and we will provide you an invoice for the same. So membership details for club. So a club represents a group of student members at an institution. And in order to create the club at the basic level, you should have at least 30 registered student members at the institution. So as soon as you have 30 registered student members at your institution, you can go ahead and get a club created. There's no fee involved with launching a club at a basic level. And throughout the year, so you don't, let's say you've reached 30 members, you created the club, but that doesn't mean that you cannot add members throughout the year. So anytime there are more student members from your institution, as long as they fill all their profile details and select their institution name in the profile, they will automatically come into your, get registered onto your club. And however, although the club does not have a maximum number of members that can be registered in it, teams are required to follow the maximum participant limit for the competition they're registered in. Because if you, a team that is already under a club has to have all its members registered as student members, and that way they do not have to pay TMI fees for any events during the year. So all those listed under club and all those listed under teams TMI have to be registered as student members under the club. So there are three types of clubs. The automatic one that you get registered to as soon as you hit 30 members is basic. You'll have access to vendor platform and even competition discounts, which I mentioned earlier, which is up to 30%. And then you have the pro level. So if you hit 60 members or more, or if you want to register for 10,000 more, then you get into a pro club level for the season. And which is, you have the basic level of options, plus you have a one-on-one tech reviewer assigned, plus you have an assigned alumni mentor. And if you wanted, if you're an EV team, or if you're planning to go into EV and you want to select this level, which is Pro EV, it is INR 15,000. It includes accumulator pre-tech physical review as well. So the reviewer would come on site to review, as in if you have accumulator questions, and even throughout the year as well. And this is 80 plus. If you hit 80 plus members, or you want to do basic plus, you want to pay 15,000 towards it. So note that all of this is seasonal based. So per season, it applies to per season, which again ends on March 31st of next year. And for example, for competition fees, so if you're a club, if you're a team listed under a club, you automatically get registered for a competition fee discount, which is 25,000. And if it's a non-member, so teams that are non-members will pay 35. If you're a team under a club, it is noted that all the TMI, so all those listed on your team's TMI, they all have student membership. Therefore, TMI extra member fees are waived off. But if you're a non-member, you have to pay. So it's a non-membership fees, which are the competition fees 35,000. And once you've hit past when you've hit extra members, you're also applicable to pay extra member fees as well, which are listed in that relevant competition deadlines. Same thing for FP class 1 and FP class 2. That is how the fees are. So if you're a team listed under club and you're registered for class 2, your fees are 62,000, and those under non-member are 88. So that was it. If you have any questions, you can send it to connect@curiosumtech.in, or we are going to be here. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, we can go ahead. If any of you want to unmute your mic and you want to ask a question, I'd be happy to answer the same.
Hello, Kathy. It's Ayush from Team Accelerated.
Hi.
So, suppose we want to form a club. So first we need to apply 30 members individually, or we can contact Formula Bharat for that. We can apply at the same time.
So recently we had Team OJS that had 30 members already. And so what they did is, first your members have to go on membership www.formulabharat.com, you can definitely go up and just create your basic profile. So all your student members need to create a basic profile. They need to fill their profile details, which is their full name, their first name, their last name, and also their institution name. Once that is done, once you are aware that all of them have sent that in, you can send a spreadsheet with this list to connect@curismtech.in, and you can inform them that you're applying for club membership. You'll also need to provide all the information that is required. So if you want to just register the student members first, you can go ahead and request for an invoice, and then you can pay ahead for all the student members. Once that is done, you need to submit all the requirements for the club membership, which is you need to appoint a club president and a club secretary. Once these details are in, you automatically go into club membership, and Charlotte, who manages the membership, she will ensure that all the members that you have listed are they directly upgrade to club membership and therefore have all the club membership access. So I think the first important thing is go ahead and ensure that all your team members have created their basic profiles. Send that list to connect at. You'll get invoiced once all of them have reached student membership. Then we can go ahead with the club membership details as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Kathy.
Yeah, no problem. So Akshata's question in chat, if there are two teams in one institute, would both teams be eligible for perks like competition discount, tech review? Yes, yes. So both teams will be, because so basically, if, like, for example, now Team Ojas has registered its team of 30 members and therefore was eligible to create a club under VIT Vellore. That means even Pravega Racing, which is at VIT Vellore, is applicable, is able to get on to those perks. And the good thing about the Formula Bharat registration is that you do not have to submit your team member information until closer to the event. So if you have 30 members already and 30 student members from the institution that have registered, they don't necessarily need to be a part of any particular team right away. So that can be done much later on. However, it is very important to note that if the team that is using, so let's say if now I'm going to give the example of VIT Vellore only. If Team Ojas and Team, and obviously Pravega Racing under VIT Vellore, they're registered teams under that club. If Pravega Racing is using that competition discount for their team, when they're submitting their TMI closer to the event, all the team members registered in that TMI have to be registered student members. So they have to have opted for membership, the membership platform. So they cannot be anyone on that list that has not opted for the membership. But yes, they get access to whatever resources are there. And it's not just those who are participating in Formula Bharat. Even right now, anyone participating in PI-EV, PI-EV does not have a restriction like Formula Bharat, where there can be only one team per category per institution. In PI-EV, there is an allowance for more than one team from the same institution as well. So I hope I answered your question, Akshata. On YouTube, we have a question. Just a second. So Sandesh, if a formed club consists of people of two different teams, say electric and combustion, and same institution. Yes, so I think I answered your question, Sandesh. The any team listed under a club is gets to use the competition discounts that are made available. It is very important that if they use the competition discount, then all the members registered under that team, like when they submit the TMI, must have the membership, the student membership. It is also very important to note that the rules of the guidelines of that competition, for example, if you can only register 45 team members in that competition, then only 45 team members. So regardless of how many people are mentioned under the club, only 45 can be mentioned in the team member information for that competition. I hope that answered your query. So any questions? Anyone else has any concerns or questions? anyone have queries as to is everyone clear on the difference between student membership and club membership? So student is individual and club is an entire group. So once you hit 30 members, you can automatically go in the club. I'm going to just go to the website page, which is formulabharat.com/membership. And in here, if you go, you will be able to see sorry, mine is slow. But yeah, there are two resources that you can see. One is the overview and one is the guidelines. The overview was just updated today, and it was just updated for consistency in wording. Not much has changed, just to separate that there are two kinds of membership. One is individual, student, and club. The guidelines, which is this document over here, is very detailed, and it contains everything that you would possibly need to know or want to know, and any concerns, and you can definitely write an email to connect@curiousntech.in. We answer pretty quickly for anything, but everything that you probably need to get answered is over here. If you want to go to the actual site, which is if I just a second, let me just share that with you. Just a second, let me share my screen. So this is membership.formulabar.com, and this is how the screen looks when you first go to the site. What you need to do is click on join now. And you can, you see, if you see, there's something called basic for profile creation only. You select that, and this information is if you want to upgrade. But yeah, you can enter your username, password, confirm your password, email address, and confirm your email address. As you can see, it does not ask for your first name and full name. Once you have agreed to those terms and conditions, you submit and confirm. And then later on, you'll have access to creating your profile. And then, for example, if you want to do it right now, I want to do it as user 101. I'll put any password. So note that under basic, you won't be able to access a lot of you won't be able to access anything pretty much except for your profile, because that's the point of it, to be able to access stuff. You need to have student level membership. You have to accept the terms and conditions, submit and confirm. And once you've gone in, now you have created your basic account, which, as you can see, says thank you for your membership. Your membership now is active, and you will go over here to your profile. You can edit your profile and add in your first name. So I'm just going to put my first name, my last name. This is my username, which you can change, and I'm going to select my institution. So again, this is just an example thing. Add your phone number in, gender, and any team that you're associated with, you can definitely add over here. So I'm just going to put a random team, Team Versa. But if you are associated with more than one team, then you can put that in. Note that the rules are very specific for Formula Bharat, where a team member that's associated with one team cannot be associated with another team. However, what this means by team associated with is that if for FSCV you've registered another team, then you can definitely put that team name in. And as Formula Bharat Curious Tech comes up with more competitions, therefore, if you're associated with any teams in those specific competitions, then you can mention that in. Program of study, you can enter that in, graduation here, and if any competitions, this is if you'd like to do that. Any socials that you want to mention, and you can save your changes. Once that is done, if you go and check out your profile, it is here. This is what everyone can see. And on your profile, you'll have access to timeline, your connections, shop, forums, and etc. But note that, as I mentioned, because we're in the basic profile, you're not going to be able to see your connections. You're not going to be able to make connections. Um, you're not going to be able to even see the content on meetings or and even the content on forums. So um, basically the purpose is that the basic profile just allows you to go ahead and create your profile, and then once you have everything activated, you'll be able to see a lot of things here, including the vendor network for clubs, those in club membership and whatnot. So yeah, I hope this was a good this. If you'd like to, is there any interest right now to see how it looks for a student member, which I can show you that as well. Right, Akshata, you had a question. Could you tell us more about member connections as well as vendor discounts? Yes, I can. Just give me 1 second, and I will just get into the admin access, and there you'll be able to see what you can actually see under student members and under vendor discount. Okay, I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay, so right now I'm logged into admin access, so I can see a lot more than just student members. But if I show you what members looks like, so you can see all the current members that are currently um, currently in the system. So these are not your connections, but these are all the members. And what you can do is you can obviously click on a certain member. You can details if they're the team captain, you can ask for connecting. You can ask to follow them in case they have any posts or blogs that you think are interested they are interested in and that you'd like to see. In terms of meetings, as you can see, this page is populated, so you will be able to see all the upcoming meetings or all the upcoming complementary workshops that are there for those in student membership. We have more that are coming up, but these are the ones that the dates have been finalized for. And note that you cannot share this link outside. For example, you have to be logged in to be able to enter into any of these sessions over here. So um, so this is what it is like. And if you go to your profile, um, you'll be able to see if you've connected with anyone. You'll be able to see that the people that you've connected with. If you've gone to forums, you'll be able to see whatever areas, the discussions that you have created. Right now, for as you can see, you cannot see the vendors one, but I'll just show you an example of the page. So these are the current, like as in the vendors that we have listed over here, the pages and works, but each of these vendors have provided a certain amount of discount that are available for clubs. So in order to avail these club memberships, you need to, if you click on any of the pages, you'll be able to go and connect with the vendors, and you will be able to see what discounts is available on what items, and you should be able to provide your club membership to these vendors, and they'll be able to give you a discount on their offerings, whatever they have over there. It also tells you what the company is about and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are at in as we go forward. We're going to be adding in courses as well, which are applicable for those who are in members, and that will be up in 1 to 2 months. But so far, this is what is there. I hope I was able to answer your question, Akshita. Um, all right. So um, I guess there are no questions on the YouTube chat as well. So if there are no other concerns, thank you for joining in. I appreciate your time. And you can definitely send an email to connect@curiousmtech.in. They will be able to answer your concerns and queries for them. So thank you, everyone, and you have a great week ahead.